Hi, everyone. My name is Gabby Drawley, and I serve as the Deputy Title IX Coordinator and Assistant Dean of Students in the Office of the Dean of Students. I, like so many others, am very excited to welcome you to campus. It really is the most exciting time of the year when we're able to welcome new students into our community. So I'm very excited to see you in the fall. In today's presentation, I'm going to be talking about the sexual misconduct policy, focusing on sexual assault, dating, domestic violence, stalking, and sexual harassment. And as we move through today's presentation, I'm going to be using an umbrella term to encompass those things, and that term is sexual and interpersonal violence. So when you hear me use that term, sexual and interpersonal violence, I am referring to sexual assault, dating, domestic violence, stalking, and sexual harassment. And what I hope you take away from today's presentation is to learn more about Miami's sexual misconduct policy and to know where to access it. We'll also be going over the various ways that an individual can report if they've experienced an incident of sexual and personal violence. We'll also be talking about those confidential resources, and then we'll be closing with ways to learn more and get involved. So something really important is Miami is committed to maintaining a healthy and safe learning, living, and working environment for all. Miami does not tolerate sexual and interpersonal violence, and it really is the commitment of all members of our community to create this healthy and safe environment for all. And so I really encourage you to reflect on how your actions, your words, your decisions, and how you spend your time here at Miami will contribute to a healthy and safe environment for all. Because like I said, it really is the responsibility of all of us, of me, faculty and staff, other students, and obviously now you as you join our community. And Miami has a sexual misconduct policy, and we're not going to be able to go over that in detail today. But how you can access that, if you were to go to miamioh.edu and go to the search function and then type in Title IX policy or sexual misconduct policy, it would be the first link that would appear. And what's in that policy is it would be our commitment, which you can see here on the slide. It also defines things. It goes through the procedures, how to report to the university and law enforcement, and then also goes into a lot of detail about the available resources both on campus and the community and then nationally as well. So again, I really encourage you to review that in more detail. Really, as part of Miami's commitment, we all employees have a responsibility to report if they learn of an incident of sexual and interpersonal violence. And so I share that with you because many students, as you begin to develop relationships with folks across campus, it's important that you know that almost all employees have this responsibility. So if you were to disclose an incident or experiencing something, whether that was prior coming to Miami or while you're a student here, they would have a duty to report that to the Miami University Police Department and to myself, the Deputy Title IX Coordinator or Title IX Coordinator. And really that, stems from wanting to ensure that students have all the necessary information to be able to make informed decisions about reporting, but also to ensure that all students have access to supportive services. And that's really the spirit of this requirement of employees. If you have any questions, and we'll be going over who the confidential employees, so meaning what employees do not have this responsibility, we will talk about that. But again, it's important information to know as you come into our community. We're going to be talking next about the reporting options and then going over resources. And so if a person has experienced sexual and interpersonal violence while attending Miami or prior coming to Miami, you have reporting options. The two main reporting options would be reporting to the police, then also reporting to the university. A person can report to the police by calling 911. If you call 911, you will automatically be routed to where the incident took place. So you would be transferred to MUPD or OPD if appropriate. And then if it occurred, outside of our kind of greater Oxford community, you would be routed to the appropriate police department. And you can see here listed on the slide is how you can contact each department more directly. We also, as I mentioned, you can report an incident to the university. And the policy that I referenced just a bit ago really outlines the university's procedures. So a student can report an incident if they've experienced sexual and interpersonal violence, because Miami has a policy and procedure on how we address those incidents on campus and off campus. If a student wanted to report to the university, then they would contact the Office of the Dean of Students. They would be routed to my role, which is the Deputy Town and Coordinator. And upon receiving a report, what I do is I would reach out to the student, provide them with information on what the reporting options are, go over the resources and available support services, and a person can access those supportive services that our office offers, regardless of whether or not they decide to move forward with a formal report with the police or the university. And so please know that our office is a great resource to support students if they've experienced something prior coming to campus or while a student here. The Office of Equity and Equal Opportunity is the office that would handle incidents that involve employees. And so there is a separate policy for the employee process that you could also access online as well. If all else fails, I know that was a lot of information. Just know that you can log into My Miami and you will see on the left-hand side this cluster of icons, and my face is kind of on it right now. Let me move myself. But you'll see this cluster of icons and there is a report an incident button. If you were to click that button, it would advance you to the next page, which really outlines what is reportable and where to report it. And it takes you directly there. So it's a great feature and a great resource to remember. Because like I said, I know this is a lot of information. If you have any questions about reporting, please do not hesitate to contact me. My contact information will be provided at the end of this presentation. Next, I want to talk about confidential resources. So if a student has experienced something prior coming to Miami or while a student at Miami, or you know somebody that has experienced something, this is a great list of resources to remember. You'll be hearing, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail because you will be hearing a lot more about these resources throughout the rest of orientation. But obviously, student counseling services is wonderful. If a student, they have contact information, you can contact them directly. If a student ever needed support in making that appointment, that is something that our office could help with. We have student health services, Women Helping Women. We'll go over Women Helping Women in a lot more detail on the next slide. We have the crisis text line. We have our community agencies here. And then we obviously have McCall Hyde Memorial Hospital, which is the local hospital in Oxford, which could provide medical and health services. So I'm going to spend some time talking about Women Helping Women. They are a community-based agency that has office space on campus to provide services to our students. And so our support specialist on campus, his name is Maddie. She is an alumni of Miami and is very passionate about sexual and interpersonal violence and supporting students that have been impacted. And so you can access their services Monday through Friday on campus 9 to 6. They are located in Warfield Hall. You can see there. You can call or text to make an appointment. I love that they have a text function. And they also have a 24/7 hotline, so you can access help after hours. And some of the services that they provide is individual support. They have gender inclusive supportive services. They can refer to resources on and off campus. They can, if a person's uncertain about reporting, they can speak through the reporting options with them. And they also accompany students to appointments in various places in the community, whether it be for court or the hospital, a Title IX procedure, a meeting with law enforcement. Again, a great resource to remember. And I'm going to close up with learn more and get involved. I cannot stress enough just how important it is for students to learn more and get involved around sexual and interpersonal violence. Going back to the university's commitment and really our responsibility as members of the community to maintain a healthy and safe environment for all. Right, we all carry that responsibility, and so I really, really hope that you'll take some time, kind of diving in a little bit deeper about ways that you could see yourself getting involved. We have the Office of Student Wellness, who is a great resource. They do a lot of education and programming throughout the academic year. So you'll definitely see their presence on campus. A major program that they offer is the It's On Us initiative. And we also have many, many student organizations, and you can access their information in the hub. So again, I really encourage you. We could not do this work on campus without the voice and input from the students. If you have any questions about ways that you can learn more, get involved, or you have ideas about things that we could be doing, we want to hear from you. Do not hesitate to reach out. Kind of in closing, what I want to say for any student that has been impacted by sexual and interpersonal violence, whether prior coming to Miami or while a student here, please know that you are not alone and that there are people here on campus that care and want to provide the support to help you be successful here at Miami. If you have any questions about this presentation, whether it be about the policy, ways to report, the confidential resources, ways to get involved, you can contact me. But if there's some that we didn't talk about and you'd like to learn more or have a conversation about it, I'd love to hear from you. My contact information is here listed at the bottom. Again, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time and I cannot wait to see you in the fall. Thank you.